Guess what? What they're trying to do now? The population of the world, they're trying to reduce it. Guess what they're trying to do?
Tell
They want
us.
to plant war in Africa. That's all what they want to do. They want us to start killing each other broad daylight. That's why they encourage. They don't talk anything about the Boko Haram slaughtering 200, 300. They don't care. They just want the population to be Africa population to be reduced,
Whatever it
and
can
that is
take.
why, yeah, that is why what Tinubu is doing at this moment, I don't even get it.
I don't either.
If you're a pure African,
Mhm.
a real African, and I don't know what they have on him because they're telling us they're gonna wait till 2026 before FBI gonna release anything. These guys know exactly what they're doing, my
Like there must be consequences, Zeus, right? Like the National Assembly clearly said they rejected that request of his, or they kind of no, you can't do that. Continue with the mediation
but,
and all of that. That's better. But
but
he's
you
going
know
ahead
you know
now.
that
There must be
Nigeria do
consequences
not
for
have a
that, or
constitution.
has things really got bad that he can get away as well?
It's bad. It's bad because we don't have a constitution.
Damn
And,
it.
and any country that does not obey their constitution or their judges, look at, okay, where is Iboho today? Where is Nnamdi Kanu? Where you, Mayegu, where am I? This is the same system that make us not to be there trying to fight for our people. Whenever we open up our mouth, I don't know, but I want to send a message to Nigerian military as well.
Please.
Hey, the Nigerian military should pay attention. This guy retired almost all the head military folks, gave them bulletproof cars, gave them money, because he's scared too that this shit can hit the fan. We all are trying for a better country where we can come home to. That's all we want. Nigerians are not that too much demanding.
No.
Give us power supply, give us good roads, create jobs for us. We're not that hard. We don't demand too much from
No.
this system.
No.
But what they're doing to us is they poop us. And it's not going to continue this way. And Maegu, I thank you so much.
Thank you,
And
Zeus.
for keep on giving me the number one spot every role. I
At least
appreciate you. I
something to
love you.
relax with. I know. And you too should accept our condolences, so, by the way, all right, for your losses.
Yeah, I have two uncles in the morgue, Maegu. It's okay.
I
Thank you
can
so
I
much.
can only imagine, right, what that is, right? But again, stay safe.
Thank you.
Zeus, okay?
You're my
Have a
brother.
good
I
one.
love you. I love
I
you.
love you
All
too.
right, bye.
Bye-bye. Nice one. So I have another call on the line here. Hello.
Yeah, hi. Good evening.
Good evening there.
Yeah, my brother, I've been watching you. Thank you for all you're doing.
Thank you, man.
My name is Beatrice. I'm also a Nigerian.
Amazing. So, my lady,
Yeah,
Lady Beatrice, right
yes.
there. You're welcome, by the way. Please.
Thank you very much.
You're so
Most
welcome.
times I feel like I've been passing through health issues. I'm a journalist,
Right.
but because of my health issues, I've not been able to practice.
Oh, sorry about that.
And what is happening in that country, what they are doing in Niger is exactly what is also happening in Nigeria.
Hmm.
We have enough oil, we have enough refinery before,
You did.
they ran it down. I'm trying to get away from my laptop where I'm
No, it's
watching
all
you.
right. Take your time.
Yes. And then Nigeria now is taking our oil outside Nigeria to go and refine and then like buy it back.
Selling it back to us.
Buy it back to us. What is the difference between what is happening in Nigeria and what is happening in Niger?
Seems not be much difference.
And these people have survived. I mean, they have been able to divide us, make us divide and rule, right?
Mm-hmm.
You cannot see an European that is against each other.
You bet.
When there are bad news coming from America, you cannot see BBC publish it. You know, I don't know whether you remember that time they robbed something here in UK, some old people robbed gold and all that.
Yeah, when they robbed some jewelry stores in the UK, and it was actually covered on video and all that on the internet.
Exactly.
I remember.
Then they wrote something on which they published on Facebook.
Right.
And they named those people, they just named them. They didn't say they are British people. So I wrote them. I said, if these people were Nigerians, you will not name them, you will name their countries.
That's right.
You will say that Nigerians or Ghanaians, this is what they did. I said, but these are British people. You don't talk about Britain, but you are talking about their names. I wrote it to them. A few minutes after that, they pulled it out of the internet.
Oh, good.
So my question is, what is happening? I have not seen journalists, both local and international, asking those wonderful African leaders questions. I've not seen, I want to find out if anybody is asking them, why are you carrying out coup against Niger? Are you happy about what is happening in Niger? They all come here. If they have headache, they come to London.
They do.
But the poor man is suffering and dying for little diseases. They don't give a damn.
They don't.
We need tough journalists. I'm one of them.
To ask
But
tough questions.
My daughters, I did research journalism and I'm very good at it. I did international relations as my master's.
Bless you, man.
But my children, some of them are still over there. Mommy, please don't write. Oh, Mommy, please don't do anything or they will look for us. How long is it going to be like this?
How long?
Our women are not even talking. We have tough journalists in Nigeria. Why are they not talking? Because they are afraid of being killed.
I would think so.
I'm 66 today. To tell you the truth, I want to talk. They can kill if they want.
They won't
But
even kill
whatever I would achieve,
kill, you know?
I wonder, whatever I would achieve, my great-grandchildren will benefit from it.
That's right.
These people are just messing up. And do you know in Europe here,
yes,
you cannot go anywhere and start digging the ground as a foreigner.
No, you can't. Out there, like,
you cannot.
You can't.
I also lived in Germany for so many years. You cannot go to Germany and start digging ground. Who are you? Before 2 minutes, police have surrounded you.
Sadly.
And these people, they come to Nigeria. They do whatever they want.
Yes.
They go to all parts of Africa. And as if we're enjoying what they are doing, it's like a rapist raping your frau before you, and you are smiling. Our people have to say something. We can only die once.
That's right.
Nobody will die twice.
No.
These people are criminals. Do you know that I was going back to Europe? I won't mention the country where I was going back to. And I met at the waiting hall, where you wait to before you board your plane.
Right.
Nigerian airport. Muritala Mohammed Airport. And those I don't want to talk their names or their country. Those foreigners were sitting down in a circle. They don't know I speak their language perfectly well.
Right.
And they were gossiping Nigeria. They said, wow, I can't believe it. You can just land here as a foreigner, make all the money you want and go back. You don't pay tax, you don't do nothing. Nobody even asks you of your passport. I felt so ashamed of myself. I stood up. While in Nigeria, I was a broadcaster in television. I went to them. I said, excuse me, can I see your passport, please? I pretended to be the authority over there.
Right.
I said, can I see your passport? All of them have expired passports. I said, I can hear what you're saying. You came to Nigeria, you made a lot of money, and they were even saying these people must be fools. They are fools. Are you getting me?
I'm with you, ma'am.
I heard it. So our people must speak out. Our people must defend our nation. My father was a railway worker. He suffered to do his job. When he retired, they didn't want to pay him his retirement benefit.
Which is the norm.
Many of them died waiting for their money. Why? These people Who are they? They too can die. They will die.
They will die. Everybody will die eventually. Like,
Everybody
why
will
didn't you
die.
just do good?
Okay,
See,
Buhari said that our youths are lazy.
he did say that.
How strong is his son that bought a house worth millions in the UK?
See?
Where did he get the money from? What work did he do?
Nothing.
Emilio Con, the same thing. His son here, his daughter in America. And our people don't say anything. Rather than ask questions and say, no, we can't have this. The Niger people are ready to die for their country. They are not afraid.
They're not.
We have to defend our own nation. It's not about who wants to be the next president. If Obi comes there as a president and is messing up, we remove him.
As it should be in a democracy, but not in
Nigeria.
Democracy. Thank you so much, my lady, right? Let me take another cause as well, just that we can have enough people to add tonight.
Please continue with what you're doing.
Thanks a lot, man, and God bless you too. That's some very much arty chat there from a journalist who have seen it too. She's seen it all. I mean, you can tell from the background of her, she was pretty much feeling like, why can't you ask questions? If you're a journalist, you know that you need to ask questions. You need to ask critical questions. You need to ask, right, uncomfortable questions. And these are the questions she said, could probably make things different, but nobody is asking. Are they afraid? And what are they afraid of? I have another caller on the line. Hello there.
Hello, my good general.
Hey, Prince Jejeman. How are you?
Baba, I'm fine. This is Prince Jejeman representing IPOB for life, Baba.
Bless you, Baba. You are welcome to the round table now. We are at war. Everybody is going to war because Kolu just called one, declared one.
Yes, so Baba, I want to first of all thank the Yoruba Union. I want to first of all thank them for the wonderful work they are doing.
Thanks, man.
And to thank everyone on their channel who are supporting both Yoruba and non-Yorubas. God will bless you mightily. I'm so happy when I saw the joy on the face of that amputated guy. Oh my God. I'm so much happy, God will continue to replenish everyone that supported in one way or the other.
Amen.
I will continue to support. We'll continue to support the such life.
Amen. Prince.
Baba, when you see what Yoruba Union, the little we have on this channel, you can see what the mighty thing that he has been able to do. If we have a government, you could imagine the smile. How many people that will have smile on their face just the way what Yoruba Union is doing, So thank you so much.
Thanks,
God will continue to strengthen us.
Amen.
Baba, General Kolu is going to war with Agbada. It's so funny. It's so funny, but that's what it is. Nigeria is gone. Anybody who is still hoping or still believing that Nigeria one can pick a carcass out of it is wasting time. I was meditating today. I now begin to reason. I said, look, the way Nigeria is, even Kolu, for him to Tunumbu, for him to be a president of Nigeria, is a great security threat to the nation. A great security threat because there's nothing like top secret in that nation. Anything that hold that nation together can be sold away easily because it's criminal enterprise. That's what Nigeria is now. You understand? So as that country is now, You know, there is nothing like security. As far as that country,
They killed
Tinubu is
21
ruling
people
that
in
country.
Plateau States yesterday, Prince. It didn't even make headlines.
That is a crime scene. Nigeria is a crime scene. You know, so people die, and the life of people does not matter anything. You know, all that they are after is 3 years. You know, then they will not call, or they believe that they see Nigerians as monkeys. That's the way they see Nigerians. They will just say, go and get your PVC, go and get your PVC. The only aim is to make sure that they validate their abomination. You know, the world will see that they've conducted the election, then they will do their selection. But the question is this: if you know you are doing a selection, why are you suffering Nigerians to come and stand in the rain and sunshine? You know, getting their PVC. Some will be found in the gutter, some will be found in the bush. You know, so what is the essence? My ego, what I want to tell them is this: that everyone should be thinking of having a nation, an organic nation out of that Nigeria. That is the way we are heading to, you know, because as it is now, the Kolu is going to war now. There's two reasons he's going to war. One is that because he wants anywhere that he will make business. He's a businessman. You know, in Chicago, if you are bringing a briefcase, then someone that with a white,
Chai town.
someone with a white substance, the other end will be, once you are changing, everybody is a changing. You are giving, you are taking. You know, so it's a sharp business. You know, so that mentality is still there. Yeah, old mama the forgetting old dance. You know, so he want to make his money sharp before Nigeria will cast completely. The money that is spent for this election, he want to make it. So now the IMF is going to come in and borrow the money that will not, the children with 1,000 years Nigeria have not finished paying. You know, because the IMF people that are there, or it's only them that borrow money to a country that cannot be able to pay, a country that is bankrupt, as Nigeria is. They are using the 95% of their revenue, 98, to service their debt. So the country is not existing, but IMF will still come and give them money. You know, when they go there to them to, you know, because the people there are all criminals. They know that they are going to take their own cut, and the money that they are borrowing them, they are going to return it to them again in the name of looting.
Yeah, now looting,
you know, so so they quickly give them that money. Nnamdi Kanu, the court has freed him. Nnamdi Kanu, the court has freed him. They must, if they have any sense at all, or if they know that, I mean, what I'm saying is that they must obey the court order that said that they should free Nnamdi Kanu and free him before the nation start boiling. Because definitely once they go to war now, you know, everything will be cat and dog.
No, you are right. All eyes on them
It's
too.
here,
Because at the end of the day,
Asare Dokubo, him too, that one is where anywhere money will come, Bele will face. You understand? You know, when he went to Aso Rock, they were asking him, do you have an army? He said no. You know, now that they saw that the Niger war is raging, you know, it's boiling, he has not come out fully to tell Nigerians that he have a private army like Wagner. You understand? And these are the terrorists.
That's right.
This is the terrorists that Nigerian government Buhari have used for 8 years to kill people at NSAS toll gate, Tunumbu toll gate. These are the same secret army that are using to kill people in the southeast in the name of insecurity, in the name of unknown government. You understand? So him now, the plan is that as Tunumbu, his father, criminal father, is going to the war, he wants the court out of the IMF money, the billions of dollars that they are going to loan Nigeria to sponsor the war. He wants his own court out of it so that he can build another university in Gambia. because as criminal, they
Don't
are
do one
none
for
of
Benin
their
Republic.
yes, some of their money favors anyone around them. It's just selfishness. You know, Nnamdi Kanu, they should release Nnamdi Kanu because as long as they are holding Nnamdi Kanu, every morning they will be seeing calamity. Calamity will be coming because as long as you are holding one unjustly, no one is free. Nigeria is not free. Nnamdi Kanu in bondage is Nigeria in bondage. They must know that. And free Nnamdi Kanu, the court has freed him. Tinubu has no power to be keeping him there. My good Gerara,
the Prince,
thank you for the wonderful work you are doing.
and thank you.
You know, keep on firing, please. We never keep on speaking the truth until everybody wake up and take back their own country, because Nigeria is no longer existing.
Thank you.
All hail Biafra, all hail.
Yes, so let me take here is another one. Another caller rather. So yeah. Hello there, Lion Champion. Thank you so much for that super chat, by the way. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Mayogun.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I am very fine. How is the family?
We are surviving. Thanks for asking.
This is Dongada on the line.
Dongada. It's good to have you back, Baba. War don't start to.
Thanks for
this is no longer about whether it go be or it not go be. They're not born and well. They're born and well. It has started now. Your view.
This is the same thing that we keep saying here. I was watching your program earlier, even though at a time I have to leave. And some at a time I saw your expression like you were not happy about the war.
Nobody should. We are talking about war here. No matter how much I try to put up a face that is not so scary of my viewers, but you know what it means now, Baba.
Yes, Mayogun. If you can consult a street interview in Africa currently, over 80% will tell you that they want that war to happen. Right. I want to tell you something, Mayogun.
Yeah, tell us.
In Nigeria, there has never been a time where a president leaves and the next one will come in and make it better and be better than the past one. What is the reason? The reason is this, because when one come in, he lays a bad foundation that the next will follow. The Tinubu came in, Buhari came in as a president. He disobeyed all the court orders, all the Senate, even though they were kind of a rubber stamp senators. But sometimes they made some laws that Tinubu Buhari ignored. He didn't even, he don't even care. Once he say it, he execute them without giving a damn about anybody. So now I want to ask people who is expecting more from Tinubu, what are they expecting from him when the foundation is already there? If you want to build a two-story building, you will dig foundation for two-story building. Right. You cannot dig foundation for bungalow and start putting a two-story building inside the bungalow. It is never done. The problem of Nigeria, the problem of Africa, remains in the leaders. The constitution we are using in Nigeria is the fault of Nigeria. 1, 2, the religion. When they first mentioned about this war, I came here and I asked you, does Tinubu care about the Nigerian citizens at all? Has he ever made any announcement on how he's going to rescue the ones in Niger, the ones that are selling car parts in Burkina Faso, in Sierra Leone and all that? In 1990s and early 2000s, Nigerians were all over the world, not in bad names, not with the image we have today. Nigeria was all over the world because they known us with good football. They known us for football, for good music, sports, and all that. But today we are known all over the world for prostitution, fraud, drug, and all that. What is the cause of that? Is not the leadership in Nigeria. There has never been a time Do you know how many women that are being trafficked out of Nigeria every single day? You just imagine where they are taking them to Togo, to Ghana, to Sierra Leone. If you see where these people are living, Mayogun, 9-year-old children, 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, they are living in a carton house, in a zinc house. They make money for women. Nobody, it has never been in any history that Nigeria arrested or prosecuted any of them. Why? Because they only care for that we go out and make money. They don't care how we make the money, whether it comes from the government and send it back home so that they could collect them from tax. Okay, they sat for 1 month in the House of Assembly. They took some token. Now, most of them are not in the country. They told the president not to go for war, and the president has already declared the war. What is left for them to do? Is it not to talk about how to impeach him?
To reconvene urgently.
You know, they are not even in the chambers. They have traveled. Their kids are all in abroad. The reason why I'm angry about what is going on now is because that Nnamdi Kanu is not out. If actually Nnamdi Kanu is outside prison, this is the time we prayed for. You know, for almost going to a decade now, these people has been invading Southeast. There has never been a day in Nigeria more than 100, 200 people don't die in Nigeria. Has there ever been a day where they discuss about it, how to rescue these people? You are talking about going to war in Niger. Most of the people who has taken over the northern Nigeria are from Niger in the name of Boko Haram, terrorists, and all that. What is the common hope of a common man from northern Nigeria, from those ones that are bordered with the
seven
Niger?
of them, 7 states.
It is obvious that this is the time, this is the opportunity for the Boko Haram, for the terrorists to extend their territory. It is time for them to take over those states fully, because you can't be fighting 2 wars at the same time.
No,
it is not possible. It is not possible.
That's why we said that no matter how much people don't understand how ruined Nigeria has become under these guys, is that if anything should happen in Nigeria, that Nigeria should go into another civil war, it won't survive it. But it seems that there are those who are actually dragging us into something that will trigger that. And when the secessionists and everybody who wants to cut out in Nigeria begin to get support from other interested parties within, so the crack comes within as well. Would there be a military coup? Would there be a breakup of Nigeria? Are they thinking? Those are the questions, so nobody's answering.
There won't be a military coup. Let me tell you what will happen. You know, if this war starts, it is obvious that the France, the US, they will be sending aids to Nigeria. These people will be in their various houses in abroad, sharing the money in the name of aid, and sending 1,500 to some poor people in the northern state in the name of aid. What will happen is that if this war starts, Tinubu will leave Nigeria to France, to his house in France for protection. You understand me? He will leave his house to France for protection. And you know, I want to tell Nigerians to stop hiding their cowardness in the name of we are waiting for the court. What are you waiting for the court to do? How can you be so so weak? How can the government, some few people, destroy the economy, destroy the future of even unborn, as in our grandchildren to come? They have destroyed the future. You are telling me that you are waiting for the court to take decision. What decision? We are just hiding our cowardice behind this thing in the name of we are waiting for court to judge. What is the court going to judge? Are they telling me? Are they telling me that at the end of the day that that they're going to judge in favor of P2B, even though they do? Haven't they destroyed Nigeria so bad that P2B cannot fix it? P2B cannot fix Nigeria.
There's nothing Obi is going to come and change in this messy situation, but never know.
P2B can fix Nigeria. P2B cannot fix Nigeria. I say it with full chest. And the only hope we have now is this war. Let them start the war so that the youth, the revolution in West Africa, most especially West Africa, these criminals that have destroyed Nigeria beyond repair, their children in abroad, even that place they will run in abroad, Africa will start attacking them. So let the war start, my own. That is my contribution.
Thank you so much for letting all of that out. Okay. more will take from others too. Thank you very much. We have other views from other people. And if you are still watching me on YouTube or Facebook, you can drop your offering still. Unfortunately, people are still practicing social distancing, I think. Just like the video and continue watching. Hello there.
Yes, sir. Mr. Maigun.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Yes, sir. Good evening. I'm okay.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, yesterday you have to reiterate that thing that Air Force One. That how come this guy is calling himself Air Force?
Well, I mean, you've been very constant these days, so which is to my own advantage anyway, the advantage of every one of us here. So you're back.
Yes, well, still on the same matter, right?
Yes, so.
So
probably more now.
I think Dongada was the one that spoke before me. I mean, just after. I mean, yeah, just before I called him, right?
Oh yeah, that's on the beat. But it's
okay.
It's your shot.
Okay. Okay. All right. So it just kind of make me, touch some things I want to say, okay? Because you see, there are a lot of, when it comes to snakes, species of snakes, right? There are snakes that are very, very deadly.
Yes.
That poisonous.
Yes.
Now we have some poisonous snakes in Nigeria now that they already raised their head. They are just ready to do what? To strike.
To strike, yeah.
Now, when you play that military personnel, I don't know, maybe he's dead of the military for the jail or whatever.
Yeah, that's their
He says something about this is not war. This is revolution. But we've been warning for revolution before. People like Shugure, they've been talking about revolution and everything.
That's right.
So from the beginning, honestly, people just, I don't want to be saying it like, oh, so that they won't see someone like somebody is maybe wicked or evil. Me, I really want that war to happen. Ṣiṣẹ́ táwọn bíbí máa ṣe tá a máa fi rí ìtura gbà tá a máa fi rí òmìnira gbà sẹ́ẹ̀ àní kí wọ́n á ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn níṣẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ tí wọ́n máa ṣe tá a máa fi rọ́nẹ̀ gbà náà ló máa ṣe wọ́n. Ṣé bí ṣe ló mú ewúrẹ́ tí ń báyà rẹ̀ sùn? This one, they will not only sleep with their own mother, they will murder their own mother.
They will murder the mother, their mother, their mother.
Look, when this coup started, when they carried out this coup, in Niger, I told them that day in one forum that I also used to contribute that, see, you have not seen nothing yet. Wait now, more coups are still like cooking. Many coups are on the way. I'm telling you.
Hoping that it's not going to happen. That all of us are just overreacting. They're just going to go straight to Niger. They will capture those guys. They will return the former president back, and they will go back to their various countries. That's it. End of story. All of you are just panicking, paranoias, and all of that. So it's not going to happen.
When they went to Afghanistan, I don't remember the year. I stand to be corrected, maybe 2012, 2001. The main reason why they went there is because they said Saddam Hussein has Iraq. Sorry, Iraq.
Yeah. Iraq. Those of Afghanistan, they said that the Taliban government in Afghanistan, right, was harboring other terrorists. That's why they went to Afghanistan. But for Iraq, the weapon of mass destruction they went for.
When Saddam Hussein was there.
Which never existed.
And which is not true, right? But that's what they used to invade that place.
That's right.
And what Bush said that time was, just going to go there, destroy whatever I want to destroy, take what I want to take,
we're going to leave
and get the hell out. And it lasted for years.
Well, it lasted for more than 10 years.
It is good.
14 years or thereabout before they finally said, we are leaving. They left. And few Few months after that, the Taliban came back. Remember, it's not even few months. Just few weeks after they left, Taliban came back to
you know, when they
again.
finished Iraq, when the Iraq,
sorry, you're talking about Iraq. Iraq was like forever. That one's like forever.
When that one subsided, you know, that is when Afghan they evacuated Afghan.
You're right.
And once they evacuated Afghan like this, the Taliban took over.
So which time
now,
was it ever?
Where I'm going is this. So when you study history and countries all over the world where peace is like, you know, like it's not even existing here. You will know, like somebody said, I think the woman that called the second caller said, have they ever had the Nigerian that, why are you happy? Why do they, I mean, you know, like, what do you guys really want? Why do you want this military to take over? No question. Nobody asked any question. Nobody, you know, like, everybody was just running after their own personal.
You don't see that image. There's this image of a cat, right? And it was with a fish, right? One big fish in his mouth. So, and he was soaking, the cat was soaking with the fish in his mouth. And they were like, what are you doing? Why do you have the fish in your mouth? And the cat said, I'm just trying to save the fish from drowning. When was it that fishes drown in water? That's exactly what the ECOWAS is trying to do right now. We want to go and save Niger. We want to go and help the Niger people. But meanwhile, you want to go and destroy them and steal their resources, like the cat that is saving the fish from drowning. Go on.
So that's the thing. Now, when you talk about also King Gigbe or whatever, King Stupid, whatever his name is, and the Sultan of Stupidity. What is the other one that was there seated also? Every one of them seated over there.
That gave Nigeria
that crook, those crook, or whatever they call themselves. You know, you said they were helpless. I don't think they're helpless.
Yeah.
I don't think they're helpless. Yeah, I don't think they're helpless. No. Because they even say Tinubu, no matter how tricky and cunning, whatever, you know, how dangerous Tinubu is, all what he believes is power. And all this Tinubu power is money. Money and Agbero. Money Agbero. So that's the only thing I can say, okay, Tinubu is resting on.
You now think
so I don't think they are powerless.
They are happy that this is.
No, what I'm saying is, I don't think they will be quiet like that.
Okay.
I think something will come out of this. I don't know, but something will happen.
Right.
Now that might lead to the demise of Tinubu presidency, I can say. But I believe when I said the ugly heads of poisonous snakes in Nigeria, they already raised up their head about to strike is because once that thing, by the time they launch whatever attack, I guarantee you that revolution is not going to happen in Nigeria.
Air Force One, my own prediction is that they better make sure that they don't miss. If after 2 days they don't remove the junta from Niger, that is when they will understand that it is actually real war. Then we won't know where it's going to head. If they can't remove, now remove themselves, we don't even know what the backlash should be if they succeed. But Baba, none of this is sounding good.
They will miss. They will miss.
Yeah.
They will not only. I mean,
that time when you hold a gun, like Air Force One, you hold a gun and they say, how many bullets is in that gun? You say 1 bullet. And they say, you better don't miss. You know that kind of thing, like, you see that bullet where they said that gun, when you shoot it, pray that you don't miss, because if you miss, you are dead. You know that kind of movie, That's exactly what Nigeria is about to do now with ECOWAS. If they shoot their shots and they miss.
They will miss.
Okay.
They will miss. Go and write it down.
Thank
you know why they will miss?
It's not the same. I'll take another one. Thank you, sir. Right?
All right, man.
You also want to hear others who have their own view. You know, people who always come from a different angle. And they say, you know, everything all of you are saying is since I have my own angle. And they will just drop it. I'll be like, oh my God, I didn't think about that. Lion Champion, again, thank you for your super chat. So, boy, I have a caller here. Hello.
Yeah, one name more.
One name.
One name you thought.
And maybe that. Osita.
Yeah. I cannot stop praying for you because the thing I pray for you all the time is more and more and more and more of wisdom. Wisdom increase in you.
Amen.
Yes. And you will fulfill your destiny. This is your destiny. This is the path that God has created for you.
Oh,
you will always succeed in it.
Amen to that. Thank you.
Yes.
Sita, my own
okay.
one and only official hype man. He knows where to press and the button will feel. And I'll have that butterfly inside of me like, Sita, thank you. How you doing, by the way? Yourself?
Yeah, I'm good. And
so go for it.
From what we are seeing, we are actually accomplished now, or about to be accomplished, because this is one of my prayer. I pray they go to this war. I don't pray they don't go to this war.
I remember you are like, you pray it will defy the National Assembly and it will go. And it just
will go. Yes, it will go to this war. You know, because what we are seeing right now is that he's trying to test his he's trying to flex his muscle.
Right.
Yes, and test his ego. The way it is, I've been making my research, and I have found out something, that the Western world, they took over us. They didn't take over us by the way people think. They said, oh, they just came. Those days we were in primary school, they gave to our obas, mirror, and the obas accepted them. No, they didn't come that way. They came by force. The reason you have guns today, go and read about the history. The reason they had guns was because they were coming to Africa to take us by force, take everything we have, loot us by force. That was the reason they have gun. That gun that has destroyed everywhere, destroyed including the person that made the gun. That was the reason they did the gun. So they didn't come here. There are things when you look at the Bible, you would think the Bible is a joke sometimes. It said right from the day of John the Baptist, the kingdom of God suffered violence. And what happened? It is the violence that taketh it by force. So they came with force. They didn't come with anything. The Berlin conference that was held in Germany, go and read about the Berlin conference. How was his name? Bismarck. Bismarck used to be their chancellor then, and where Bismarck said something about Africa. He didn't address us as the people of Africa. He addressed us as those things. That was how they addressed us. So you could imagine when somebody addresses you as those things, you could imagine what was the context of the conference. And that conference was the conference all about.
That's when they were using hand to draw the map. This French, this Portuguese, this Belgians, this
exactly.
English. And they drew out the artificial map that we have, borders that we have in Africa today.
Exactly. So this was what they did. Even in the documentary that I watched yesterday, and the documentary, they were even saying that, oh, it's the second largest continent in the world, but it's a lie, because somebody, an American geographer, told them that is a lie. Africa is bigger than the rest of the continent. So at the end of the day, they brought us to 50. They did everything. They demarcated. They made us even today.
Relocated some.
Yeah, they made us today.
Genocide in some places, mass wipe out of, like our history is of blood. And that's why they say, they said, the man who writes the history of Africa in blood, those who actually write our history, they write them in blood. And there are those who consider that they have conquered us. The winner wrote our history, they said.
So, So you look at it that somebody from Nigeria will be traveling to South Africa and he will get a visa to travel to South Africa. But in Europe, if you're traveling from Greece to Germany to wherever,
you are EU.
they say they come from. They don't use visa. That is what you look at. Even in North America here, the Mexicans don't use visa to go to Canada. That is what you see. And we think that we could just talk without action, and we could just talk and talk and talk, and these people will listen to us and say, oh, okay, now let us sit together on the same table. I have said this 10 times without number on this program. The reason we are having all these issues in this world today, it is because after every war, the First World War, there was a conversation. The Second World War brought in United Nations. The First World War brought in NATO. The Second World War brought in United Nations. This one that happened, that is the pandemic, we were supposed to have a conversation, but they know right now that there's no conversation, that Africa is not going to come on the table to have a discussion. But they demarcated us. They called us different names. They called us different names in their own tongue, in their own language. They called us Upper Volta. They called us Gold Coast. They called us all those things they named was what they get from each region. And they gave us
Niger area. Nigeria.
They gave us names that we do not know anything about without our consent.
Thank you. I'll take another one just before I go to bed. Like I said, I'll stop taking the calls when I'm tired, okay? And I'm beginning to get tired. But doesn't mean that we are leaving anytime right away. So I have another caller. Hang on. Did I take that? Hello.
Yeah, my good general.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Good evening, sir. Good. Yourself?
I would say good afternoon to you because your number shows that you are calling from either the US or Canada. But yeah, to me, good evening.
I'm calling from San Diego, California. This is Ken.
That's Ken. Of course, I've seen that. I was like, that must be something from the US.
Yeah.
Now from Cali, Ken from Cali. Thank you so much for coming in tonight.
San Diego, California. Thank you. I've been listening for a little bit in and out because I've been a little busy today.
Busy as well, right?
And so what I want to contribute to this is this. I will give you a quick explanation. I have two friends that just came back from Nigeria. One is a very close friend and a business partner. He was in Nigeria for 3 months.
Right.
Before he came back last week. So when I was having this conversation about the war that's about to happen, that what Tinubu just declared, he had no clue what was going on.
Really?
And he was in Nigeria for 3 months. Yes. He had no clue. Then I went to an African store here in San Diego, ran into an old friend that also was telling me she just came back from Nigeria a few days before I ran into her in an African store here. And she too was not aware when I was explaining about the war that's about to happen in Nigeria.
Wow.
So that's two people that I know. So if you want to go by percentage, 100%, these two people just came back from Nigeria and they don't even know what was going on in Nigeria.
Once came across the news at all the time they were there?
No, not a single clue. So now you understand. I know the guy that called after JJ Man, or it was JJ Man, I don't know, one of the guys was saying Nigerians need to wake up and go out and protest. Remember, there you go. After JJ Man or before him, thereabout. So I was thinking in my mind when he was saying what he was saying, that how can people go and protest when they don't even know what is happening in their own country? Because telling you, the two people I know that went to Nigeria, one that lives in San Francisco and the other one that lives in San Diego, both of them in California, they were in Nigeria for at least a month to 3 months, and they didn't even have a clue. They have money, they have access to internet and all these things.
Access to all this information, I should think.
Yes.
They had no clue.
And there you go. And there they don't have a clue. So imagine how many Nigerians that live in Nigerians that also, if you do the calculation on how much they spend on a telephone in Nigeria, it's even more than what we spend here in the West. Because you have a set amount of money you pay monthly. You don't have to worry about going over your phone minute and stuff like that. But they have to buy data constantly just to access internet. And people that are hungry, how are they going to be accessing internet? So they have to think between using their phones to eat or going to buy data just to access the internet.
You know?
So a lot of them don't even know what is going on in Nigeria. So you need something to trigger them to get to that point. And I don't think even the hungers trigger them enough, or the petrol price.
You know,
so now we know
them are feeling like maybe God will change their situation. How can God change your situation when, you know?
Exactly. So that's where the problem is. A lot of them are not even informed about what is actually going on right now. And even the obedient that even are aware of these things that have internet, they are probably too focused on all eyes on the judiciary. So they are not paying attention to what Tinubu is doing. You know, the one that triggered them yesterday because they saw it on the TV about Apabioli making statement about depositing money in account.
Talking money.
That one,
they went down that one. Like they fed on
that one. Exactly. So now that they don't even know what is going on with the war because Tinubu is doing whatever he's doing behind the scenes. So they don't even understand. So how can they even go and protest that which all eyes are on judiciary? So the problem now is people in Nigeria don't even know what is happening until you hit them hard before they will understand. So there you go. So now you understand dollar is about almost 1,000 to 1 now.
Honestly.
Right? Especially in the north, in Sokoto somewhere, I saw it on Nigerian newspaper. It's almost 1,000. In Lagos, it's about 970, 980 for dollar with all their crazy exchange rates they have in Nigeria.
Pound sterling is already 1,203 pounds already today.
There you go. So what will happen if this war starts, right?
Yeah.
The fuel price will go up because regardless of what happens, Russia is still in charge of
You're right.
all the petroleum. Yeah. So the price again is going to go up. And the naira to dollar exchange is even going to go higher. No matter the amount of aid US wants to give to Nigeria. My brother, Oti Travaye.
It is shock, as they are saying that it's shocking. Right now, it's going to be suffocating, you know. I was trying to, you know what I was doing, right?
Yes, sir.
Till December. See, I was trying initially to see if I could explain how bad it's going to get. But I felt like some people would just be like, so you're happy now that it's bad. I'm not happy. I've got families there too. I've got friends there too. People's lives have been made so kind of messed up. So why would I be happy when I'm actually trying to let you know that it hasn't even started though? That if you have a chance, if they have a chance, Ken, honestly speaking, everybody will just trip out of their house right now and they'll go straight to Aso Rock and arrest Tifnumbu. Arrest him, hand him over to the police and say, yeah, jail this guy, put him for jail. If they have an idea,
they don't understand.
What was coming?
They don't understand.
Ken,
they don't understand.
They don't.
Yes, sir. They don't. That is part of the problem. They don't even have a clue what is going on until it hits them really hard. Then they will know what to do at that point. And what Tinubu is doing is pushing Nigeria into disintegration. Nigeria is going to split because of what he's doing. You get my point?
I'm with you.
It's going to hard for the country to remain one if it goes into this war is about to start. Because those people are not going to take it laying down. They're going to have to fight back.
They would. And the moment the seven states, northern states in Nigeria begin to feel the brunt of it, they themselves will turn against him one day, or will they keep clapping?
My brother, they will be the one that will come together and say they're no longer Nigeria.
Hey.
So that's where the breakup will start from. They will come out and say we are completely walking away from that entity called Nigeria. It is the north that will start it, not even the south or the southeast. It's the north that will start it because they will blame Tinubu and blame south or southwest and southeast.
And I think this is when it's going to actually hit them, like you said, right? They've always had the influence. They've always had the control. And they, in fact, just exercised it just a few days ago when they stopped Tifnubu's request. Now, Tifnubu is now kind of vetoing them, okay? And it's still going ahead. And they said an attack on Niger, attack on northern Nigeria. They've already said it.
Of course.
But it's going ahead. So what does that tell in this future? What does that tell? Wow.
I'm telling you, that's why the northern Nigeria are the ones that are going to come out together as one entity and tell you they're no longer Nigeria. They will just form a country on their own. That's how the breakup will start.
Turn his soldiers on them if they begin to protest or fight back? Would they turn his soldiers on them and kill them?
Asari cannot kill everybody in the north. And you need to understand that even the leadership in the north is still, the leadership in the military, a lot of them are still northerners.
Yes, they
So
are.
he's not, Afghani cannot go and fight against the north. He's not going to win that war. And as soon as the first bomb goes off in the capital of Niger, a lot of refugees are going to pack to Nigeria. And those guys coming, a lot of them are already Islamic extremists. So they will come and occupy that whole area. My brother, it's about to get really, really
It's
ugly.
about to get messy.
So
And that was my own fear, right? That's my worry. That
they should prepare for it, bro.
you know, they would throw the entire region into an endless
Of
chaos.
course.
And it would just be like
Of
an
course. So,
Alabama war. You know what I mean?
so before I go off this line, I will give you an example of what happened in Ukraine. So when the first bombs went off and the whole thing started in Ukraine, what happened? The refugees all flocked into a lot of these European countries.
Yes.
And they were overwhelmed by those refugees. So imagine a lot of refugees that are in the north, in the Niger. When the bombs start going off, they will run into Nigeria now and run into all the smaller West African countries. What do you think will happen? Nigeria will break up immediately. There's no fuel already. There's no money to buy fuel and all these things. So it's going to end up.
Imagine Nigeria
like
start,
really,
their own
really bad.
start their own revolution.
It's
With their
not-
soldiers, they fight war in Niger. And they will quickly withdraw them, Abi, to come and protect Nigeria. That chaos, man.
Yeah.
Are we overreacting, Ken? Are we overplaying
No,
this?
no,
whole
no,
thing
no.
in our head?
It's not. We are not reacting enough. So the only thing I can hope for is I wish you have a TV station or a network in Nigeria that can broadcast your show all over Nigeria at the same time. I mean, that will help people to wake up. But at this moment, we don't have that. So what we can do is what we are doing, sharing this information online, and everybody that have ears, let them hear. It's about to get really, really bad. We're not overreacting here.
We are not.
Thank you,
we
sir.
are not.
Thank you for everything.
You said we are not overreacting. In fact, we are not reacting enough.
No, no,
You said
no.
it should be the right word,
Enough.
right?
It's not good enough. We should
God.
take a drum of war and start banging that drum in the market square right now.
And
It's
tell
not
them
even
what
enough.
Tinubu is about to drag them into. The consequences of this. If they miss.
Of course.
Right? Remember, I keep using the word
Of
miss.
course.
They have their
Of
own
course.
team planned, as shabby, as shoddy as it is, right? But if they miss
Yeah,
in Nigeria, all of us will be
like the last guy, let me end with this. Like the last guy told you, they will miss 100%. I can bet my house on it and bet everything I have on it. They will miss. And when they miss, so when you try to keep person and you miss, that person will take a deep breath first. So it's flight or fight. And when the fight starts, like the guy said, Tinubu go wrong, go stay for France to get protection. Yeah, so there's only two things that will happen. It's not the military will come and take over,
right?
Or the country will be so destabilized, they will be begging someone else to come and become president because Tinubu will not be able to handle it.
So, Ken, on that note, I'm going to call it a night. All right. Anything extra
thank you, sir.
I would love to leave people wanting more. You know, usual. Oh, don't go, Mayegun. I'm going. Okay. Ken has dropped the best of the best. Sort of presentation to we can say, oh yeah, we can hand it now, because I want to go to bed. I know that one of my worries will be waking up tomorrow to see videos and pictures of dead bodies. I can't rule it out. I'm not in control of it, but I hope those who have that power, the people that Tinubu is calling upon to come and help them to invade Niger and the rest of them, they will hold back and just think that there is always going to be another way. In fact, there is another way. What is going on in the Niger Republic is political problem. Okay? It is their politics that has problems. You don't attack their countries that way, like attack them to reinstate this or that. You are actually doing the same thing that you possibly condemned when, when you went to Iraq, went to all these places. But what can we do? What can we say? Let's hope that common sense will prevail. But when was the last time common sense prevailed in the midst of these crooked criminals from all across Africa? Common sense, right? Common sense. When was the last time? I don't know. Me too. But whatever it is, I wish you what you wish yourself. And I hope the right people, indeed, will put a break on this. So if they don't, I'll see you some other time, or I'll see you next time. So thank you for your time, and good night from here.
tó jódodo.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náíbì nọ́mbà wán.
Máyégún ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náíbì nọ́mbà wán.
Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náíbì nọ́mbà wán.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Máyégún já wa sí.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náíbì nọ́mbà wán.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náíbì nọ́mbà wán.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Máyégún máa wí.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náíbì nọ́mbà wán.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náíbì nọ́mbà wán.
Máyégún dáyàrí pòlítíkò.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náíbì nọ́mbà wán.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náíbì nọ́mbà wán.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náíbì nọ́mbà wán.
Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náíbì nọ́mbà wán.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Jíjó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Prẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.